My parents won't buy me enough food. My mum says that lifting will stunt my growth. You're gonna encounter obstacles that your parents put up, and it is up to you to overcome them. It is not up to them to change, it is up to you to change. You are the one who wants this physique, you are the one who has to get it. That's what I did. I had a million barriers from parents, from friends, from grandparents, everything, right? And I just did it anyway. I still built the physique regardless of everyone saying basically you shouldn't do it, right? It's dangerous, you shouldn't be doing it, it's not going to work, everything. But I wanted it, so I got it. And today I'm going to give you the 3 brutal truths that you have to overcome in order to obtain your dream physique. And starting with, your parents probably don't understand. Now this is a difficult hurdle to get over because, you know, most of your life you think your parents know everything. But they don't. And that's because they have been given bad education. That is not necessarily their fault. That is just like, you know, like the world's fault or whatever, right? But just take, for example, like the food pyramid. That's what we all were brought up with. That's what I was brought up with. That's probably what you were brought up with. That was what they were brought up with. That rice and pasta and bread should take up the majority of your diet, grains, and next should be like vegetables and stuff. Then it should be like fish and dairy and whatnot, and then meat. And then it's like the 80-20 rule, right? So 80% of your food is good, grains are not good. And then 20% of your diet should be like sweets and treats. Yeah. That little chocolate cake's okay, right? That's perfectly healthy just from time to time. No, it is absolutely not. Meat should be the basis of your diet. That's what we have been eating for millions of years. Peasants ate like corn and rice and bread and stuff. And then the armies who were eating meat, for example, Genghis Khan, he had the biggest land army in history. They just ate horse meat and blood. That is it. And they conquered the peasants who were eating bread and pasta and rice and wheat. And now they're telling us to eat this, right? So we have not been brought up on the best education, right? If we had, then why is everyone fat? The majority of the world is fat because they are listening to this advice, right? And just another example. Arnold, he used to do, like, he was like the, you know, world famous bodybuilder or whatever, and he used to do lat pull downs behind his back, which is just not how you should do them. That's just not good, right? You should do them just nice in front of you. You probably know that. But they were brought up on this, and I see like old people in the gym always doing this one behind the back, and that's because they've not been educated correctly, and you can't necessarily blame them for that. As I said, most people are just like fat nowadays. Like your dad probably looks like that, right? If not, then fantastic. But let's be honest, most guys these days, dads, have dad bods, right? That's where it comes from. And then your poor old dad goes to the doctor and asks why he's ill, and he says, oh, you need to stop eating as much meat because it's high in cholesterol and stuff, and start eating more vegetables and stuff because that's healthy, right? But his doctor is overweight as well. So the person who we are supposed to trust with our diet and our health does not have a good diet and is not in good health. This doesn't go for all the doctors, I'm obviously not saying that, but I noticed that the majority of doctors are overweight, so why am I listening to your diet advice, right? So I'm obviously not hating on doctors or anything. Like they're fantastic at their job, apart from the fact of nutrition advice, because normally it's terrible. And that's because people above them, they have been educated with this like food pyramid or whatever, which is just wrong, because that's not how we're supposed to eat as humans, Homo sapiens, right? So don't just be getting like all annoyed and angry at your parents for not understanding the things that you do. Sure, you can educate them, but I find that doesn't really work. If you say, like, even if you drip feed it over time, then it works a little bit so that they can understand what you're understanding, but they will never fully believe it like you do. Unfortunately, it's just the truth. And it might be quite hard for you to find people who are actually on the same path as you, even like your family are not like into fitness or whatever. Like some people just don't even exercise. Like, how ridiculous is that? And people in your class and school, they probably don't exercise either. They probably don't go to the gym, right? They're not as focused on this. Like the fact that you've watched this, like 10-minute video so far, I don't know, like 5-minute video, uncut, unedited, no like, Mr. Beast, going on screen and sound effects, whoa, like you've just been listening to some pure education. Nobody is on the level that you are on. And that is why I have created this school community. So of course I have courses going into absolutely everything you need to know. You literally just don't need to watch YouTube anymore. You can just learn from here. This is absolutely everything you need to notice phenomenal results in the gym. And also, everybody who joins this program has the exact same mindset as you, the exact same goals, and the exact same knowledge as you, right? Literally perfect. You're not going to find these people in real life. You're only going to find them here. Once you enroll in the program, then you can message people on here and get to know them, and literally just have your best mate could be in here, right? Because you're You have the exact same, you're on the exact same path, exact same mission, and you can help each other out just as I've helped you in this video. And also I will help you personally in here. So if you're unsure, like my parents won't let me do this or whatever, then you can DM me and I can just reply to you with some actionable advice that you can implement into your real personal life. So that is the first link in the description. Check that out. Now, brutal truth number 2, you can't prove it yet. You can't prove how good this is for you because you haven't gained that weight yet. You haven't gained the muscle. You're still skinny. This is what I was trying to do. I was trying to say, no, actually, this is really good for you because this person online said it, right? And your parents are just not going to believe that, right? Even if you show them this video, they're not going to believe it, right? It's just, it's annoying, but it is what it is, right? And so until you actually build the muscle, you can't prove to them that it works. And because of that, because you don't have like a proof of concept that it works, you lack confidence within the way you speak, right? You probably speak to your parents like, no, I heard that this guy, he said online that more than 2 eggs a day is good though, right? No, that's what I think anyway, right? You just need to be like totally stern and say, no, more than 2 eggs is absolutely fantastic for you. This one guy ate 720 eggs and his cholesterol went down, right? So you need to really believe in yourself. Sounds so grim. You need to believe in yourself, guys. But actually, when you speak to your family, your friends, whatever it may be, you need to speak with certainty that this is real, because it is, right? You obviously know, you inherently know that gaining muscle is good for you. So while you can't visibly show that what you're speaking about works, you need to act like it. Act like you've already built the muscle. Act like you know what you're talking about, right? Because you do. If you're watching these videos, you know what you're talking about. More than 900% of people. Like if you go into like Asda or something and ask someone how many grams of protein per day do you need, they probably can't answer it, right? If you say what's one or two reps in reserve mean in the gym, they won't know. You know more than 99% of people in the world, right? So you need to act like it. If you want to change things, you have to already believe that they have been changed. And I hate to say it, that lots of people, because they can't visibly see that you've changed, you just have to do it anyway. Whatever you were gonna do, just do it anyway. If you inherently know that it's good and you know that it will change your life, like building muscle, you've just got to do it. For example, you know, lots of parents say that eating more than 2 eggs a day, as I've said many times in this video, is bad for you, which it is not. Eating eggs is fantastic. It is the building block of an entire animal, right? It is all the nutrients you need. It has a ton of calories, a ton of protein, a ton of fat, which is good for you, and a ton of cholesterol, which is good for you. It's the precursor to all of your hormones, for example, like testosterone. So without cholesterol, you can't have testosterone. It's very, very important. And all these people will say, actually, no, that's not correct. And so if you ask them, like, can I eat more than 2 eggs? Can I eat 3 eggs a day? Can I eat 6 eggs a day? They're obviously going to say no, right? So I hate that it gets to this, but you have just got to do it. You just got to do it anyway. And now I eat 6 eggs a day. I was told that eating more than 2 eggs a day is bad for you and that you shouldn't do it and that you're not allowed to do it. So the next day I ate 4 eggs. And the day after that I ate 6 eggs. And ever since then I have been eating 6 eggs. You have just got to do it. And I know that like my muscle has been going up, my cognitive function has been fantastic because I'm eating real proper foods. I'm eating ridiculously healthy in comparison to what I used to be eating, you know, like protein bars and bagels and stuff. And if I would have just been complacent and just been like, oh yeah, no, I guess they're right, I'll just wait until I build muscle, then your rate of muscle growth will go like that, right? You need to just believe in yourself and literally just go and do it. If you can't go to the gym, then just go and sign up for the gym. If you're not old enough to go to the gym, buy your own weights. If your parents say to not buy your own weights, buy them anyway. And just say, oh, I just really wanted to get started just before we go back to school this summer, or, but you know, and just come up with an excuse and just do it anyway, because you know that it is good for you. You know that it will change your life, so you must do it regardless of what other people say. So it is absolutely up to you to make this decision in your life. It is absolutely up to you to change your life. And if you want even more advanced help, as I've talked about before, and really want to start taking action literally right now, rather than just like sitting back and thinking, oh yeah, that's good advice, maybe I'll do. No, if you actually want to change your life, then this is the place to do so. This is the absolute best place in the world to get fitness education within school. It is not actually in school, it is in here. This is where you will get all your information, everything you need to know. You literally won't need to watch YouTube anymore. Everything will be in here. And of course, if you want to meet like-minded guys on the same path as you, rather than people who don't understand the same things, then this is the place to be. So that will be the first link in the description. It will change your life. You will never look back, I promise. I will see you later. Good night.